Good day. Thank you very much. I'm happy to see you here to transmit to you live and direct from this corner. So, inshallah, our topic today is dimensioning techniques. Dimensioning techniques. What's the meaning of dimension? Why do we need to dimension as a student of technical drawing? Dimension is very, very important when technical drawing is made. Technical drawing is defined or is known as a language. It must be presented with dimension so that it can be easily read and formed, and to avoid misunderstanding. So, dimension provides information such as size and location of features. Don't forget. Then the material type, number required, kind of surface finish, manufacturing process, size, and geometric tolerance. Dimensioning should be neat. It must be neat. Whenever you have a diagram or any kind of drawing and dimensioning, it must be neat. Because the purpose of this dimensioning is that when you finish your drawing and you dimension it maybe roughly, it will be very difficult for anybody that sees the drawing to interpret that kind of a drawing. So it is very, very important that dimension must be very neat, accurate, and not subject to misinterpretation. What is the meaning of that one? Anybody that sees the drawing that you have already dimensioned must be able to interpret the dimension very well. So technical drawings are usually dimensioned in what? You know that one before from your previous knowledge in basic tech. So technical drawing is dimension in millimeter, don't forget, or it is otherwise stated, but normally technical drawing is dimension in millimeter. So we have what is dimension? What is the meaning of dimension? So dimension is the means of specifying parts information with the use of figures, notes, and symbols. So we have different type of dimension. We have the datum and we have chain. So because of our time, I try to draw the diagram here. So the appropriate note that backs up this diagram will be sent to you at the appropriate quarter, inshallah. So we have number one, the datum dimension. Datum dimension. So this method is used, or this method is dimension in which each side is measured separately from one edge. This is the method of dimensioning in which each side is measured separately from one edge. Look at the diagram here. Look at the diagram. I think I see the diagram very well. The dimensioning of from here to here is this. The dimension of from here to here is this. The dimension is separately. The dimension of this place to this place is this 130. The dimension of the top to the bottom here is 200, as you can see. So the dimension each this figure separately, that is datum dimensioning. This method has advantage of overcoming error due to addition of two or more small sizes when trying to get the overall dimension. So if you dimension your drawing separately like this, one by one, if there is any kind of error, it will be easily recognized than the other method that we are going to discuss. So the second method is the chain dimensioning technique. So this method is the dimension method in which size is measured or dimension from one another in the form of chain. Look at this. This diagram here shows the chain dimensioning techniques. That is the chain dimensioning technique, as you can see. They try to dimension from here to here. From here to here, from here to here, they dimension them separately. Then they now have overall dimension. Look at how they dimension this one. So that is the chain. You can see the difference between the datum dimensioning and the chain dimensioning. So by the time you check the notes that backs up these drawings, you will be able to match them together when you are reading the notes, and you will be able to come to the video to come and see the diagram that back those notes up. So that is the reason why I just try to make some little drawing here. So we have different dimensioning system. We have different dimensioning system. We have the one that is called metric dimensioning system. Let me clean this one up. Dimensioning system. Dimensioning system. Dimensioning system. We have the one that is called metric. Number one. Metric system. Metric system of dimensioning. That is one dimensioning system. So example of that one, e.g., you have 24. You can write 24.5. Maybe you want to show the figure here. If it is metric system, you can have it like this. Then you can have what? You can have 24.55. But this one, 0.5, is not accepted. If you want to dimension this place now, you now write 0.5. So you don't put 0 at the back, just write 0.5. 0.5 is accepted here, like 0.5. But 0.5 without 0 at the back is not accepted. 0.5 is accepted, but 0.5 is not accepted under the metric system. Then we have number 2, the fraction inch system. Fraction inch system. Example of this one, we have 1/4, comma. We have 5 whole number 1/3, etc. That is fraction. From the mathematics, you can see that. That is fraction inch system of dimensioning system that we have. Number 3, we have decimal inch fraction. Decimal inch system. Example of this one is inch 0.15. We have 7.285, etc. But under decimal inch system, 0.15 is not accepted. 0.15 is not accepted. The 0 must be at the back. So you must take notes of that when you are doing your dimensioning system. So what again do we have under dimensioning? We still have units in dimensioning. We have units in dimensioning. All the notes will be available for you at the appropriate quarter when you check them, inshallah. But just to use this video to explain the little thing before then. So units in dimensioning. Units in dimensioning. Units in dimension. So we have number 1. It is millimeter. Millimeters. You dimension in millimeters. Millimeter is used for dimensioning length without stating the units. So the other one is degree. If it is angle, when you are measuring angular dimension, for angular dimension. You want to dimension here now, from here to here, this angle. It cannot, if this one is 30 degrees, it must be 30 degrees. It cannot be 30 mm, since it is an angle. So it's 30 degrees. We'll take note of that one. So we have the millimeter, to dimension the length. Dimension, denominator is used in dimensioning length for length. So y degree is for the angular. Okay. So that one is also part of it. Let's go to all these things. Be available for you inside the notes. Don't worry, the notes will be forwarded to you. Types of pencil. Types of pencil used. Type of pencil used for dimensioning. Type of pencil for dimension. This one, you know that we have different type of pencil. That one is not a new thing for you again. You already know that one. So we have the arc and we have the soft pencil. When you want to dimension, you must use soft pencil. That one is very, very clear, because the line of your dimension, the dimensioning line, must not be competing with the line you use for the normal drawing. You must know that. That is where the neatness and accuracy is very, very important. So the line must not be competing. We must try to separate the original drawing from the dimensioning lines. So number one, you can say draw with 4H pencil. 4H pencil. You can draw the line for a line. When you are dimensioning, you can use 4H pencil to draw the dimension line. So to now draw to number 2, you can use 2H pencil for lettering. So when you use 4H pencil for line, you can use 2H for lettering. This 4H is a soft pencil. This 2H is also a soft pencil. None of the pencil, either the two, will produce a very bold line for you. None of the two pencils will produce a bold line for you. So you must make sure that you have at least, if you don't have the two, you must have either 2H or 4H whenever you want to dimension. You can't use 2B for dimensioning. You can't use 2B to be too dark. So you need a faint and soft pencil for dimensioning. No matter how good your drawing is, no matter how artistic you are, you finish your drawing and you want to dimension, and your dimensioning is not good enough, it's not legible, it will reduce the mark of that particular drawing. So that is the reason why you must take all these things into a proper consideration and practice whenever you are doing your drawing. So, and creativity is part of what we need most, as you also know, in technical drawing. And the more you practice, the more good you are, the more creative you are. So for this time, let me give you just a small assignment for you. Let me give you a small assignment. Assignments. So define dimension. 2. We are going to do the list 2 types of dimension. List 2 types of dimension. 2 types of dimensioning and 3 systems. But 3 name 3 system of dimension. So do this assignment and submit to the appropriate quarter via the online something. Inshallah, our next topic is going to be isometric. So I will advise you to get your instruments your drawing instrument, your drawing board intact before then. So until then, thanks for watching.